want to talk to you about a 1031 transaction from a 30,000 foot level, just the main topics. So the very first thing we look for is that the property that you're holding is real property, not personal property, because that's eligible for exchange treatment. The second thing we look for is that you've held that property for the appropriate amount of time. So it's called the qualified use requirement. And generally, the conservative guideline is that you've held that for 2 years. And then you've held it with the appropriate intent. And that intent is that you have held it for productive use in a trade or business or for investment. So for instance, what that means is it's being held for a rental, or it's a commercial building, or it's farm and ag land where you have a business operation on there. What it isn't is it's not your principal residence, because that's not eligible under Section 1031. The next thing we look for is who the taxpayer is. We want to know the identity of the taxpayer that's selling the property. What that means is who's vested on title. So it could be held in an LLC, it could be held as tenants in common, or as husband and wife, or individually. So that person is going to be the taxpayer, and they're going to be the person that's selling the relinquished property and exchanging into new property. So when you want to engage in an exchange and you've met those requirements, what you'll do is then you'll list your relinquished property for sale. And that's when a qualified intermediary comes in. We come in and we take an assignment of that purchase and sale agreement you have for your relinquished property, and we step into your shoes. We step into your shoes and we coordinate with the closing agent or the title company to make sure that the funds go directly from off the settlement statement into an account with your unique taxpayer ID. And then when you go to close on replacement property, we do the same thing in reverse. We take another assignment of that contract and we use the funds that we've been holding for you to acquire that property. There are general rules, during that window of time that establish certain timelines that the IRS considers to be your 45-day identification period and your 180-day closing period. And that those start on the day after the closing of the sale of your relinquished property. The very final step, kind of wrapping it all up after you've finally taken title to your replacement property and the QI is out of the picture, is that the following tax reporting year you'll file an 8824 with the IRS. And what you're asking them to do is for tax deferred treatment of that exchange, for that sale. Thank you.